Alright. Why is that not showing up? I know why. Give me 1 second.
I am also hoping that the dice gods are nicer to me today.
Did you change the color of your dice?
I have changed the color, the coding, the means, and have made offerings.
Mm-hmm.
uh,
We shall see.
there we go. Alright. So last we left off, our characters were in East Haven. You had returned the Cauldron of Plenty to the town and were selling it for a number of gems to the speaker. You agreed to help the guards keep an eye on it and keep it safe, which is a good thing because during the middle of the night, uh, some Zentarum from Targos, under the command of the speaker there, attempted to steal it. They overpowered the guards, locked them in a cell, and then attacked you guys trying to take the cauldron. Fortunately, you were able to defeat them, and you also uncovered the identity of the spy who had even mentioned uh, the cauldron to Speaker Maxildanar over in Targos. After that, you had one more evening to watch it before they were going to be able to pay you. That night, you heard some crashing and banging from the floor above, and upon investigating, you found a number of Dwergar who were smashing apart a black stone statue uh, that was in the room above and taking huge chunks of black rock. Um, you fought with them. Their leader was injured, so he fled, taking the rock that they had gathered with him, while the other three attempted to fight the three of you, or four of you, and you were easily able to overpower them. They weren't that tough. Um, the next morning, the speaker informed you that they were Dwergar and that they had been spotted in the mountains gathering this black rock in order to build something that they say will be able to take over the 10 towns. It turns out that the speaker of East Haven, the guards, had captured a Dwergar in the past and questioned him and discovered this plot. But they didn't expect an attack in the city, in the town hall itself. So he did say that they had a map to the location of the fortress where these Dwergar were operating out of, and they asked you to investigate and put a stop to whatever plans they had. And that is where we left off, with you beginning to make preparations for this journey. You did have some unfinished business in East Haven while you were exploring the caves where you found the Cauldron of Plenty. You also found a map marking a location in the middle of the lake, and you have no idea what may or may not be buried out there. And so I leave it to you. And I believe we left off just before Bev had to go back and explain her standing up a love interest.
Oh no, she did explain. She gave him
Oh,
hair.
oh, that's right. She did give him a lock of her hair.
Yeah, and so that there were
Yep.
forces beyond our knowledge keeping us apart, but to never forget me.
I had totally and completely forgotten about the map.
Right. So it pointed to a location here. I will draw an arrow if this will work. Oh, drawing it the wrong way.
Would you be so kind as to share the map?
Yeah, I can do that. There you go.
Yes,
thank you.
yes.
I'm assuming we need to go buy some shovels, right?
Or hire
No.
or hire some people.
Actually, right there.
That's where the town speaker wishes us to go, correct?
Correct.
And the map that we found on the hag old lady thing.
That's out in the middle of Lake Denishare.
In the middle of the lake.
Yep.
Got it. That makes total sense.
I mean, we don't, as yet at least, have the means to breathe underwater.
No, not as yet. No. And we're certain that there's nothing out in the nothing floating in the middle of the lake.
You haven't been out there to the location marked to determine that.
And if you guys want to check that out first.
See, what is more important, saving a bunch of towns or personal wealth? That's a tough one.
Did the guy say there was any sort of time constraint on the Droga?
He did not. He just said that they are building something out of the stone that they believe will allow them to overthrow the 10 towns and set themselves up as rulers. Their leader, Zardoc Sunblight. Zardarok. I'll actually copy and paste that into the Fantasy Ground chat for you if you want to make note of it.
Zardarok Sunblight. And and the other map is somewhere in the middle of Lake Denishire.
Yep. Not too far from the cave where you got it.
What do you two think?
I think we should go south first. It seems more pressing.
Bev, who has definitely been paying very close attention and not dealing with screaming toddlers, says yes, what Bex said.
Nothing in all the 9 hells would make me want to deal with as many toddlers as I can hear.
It's a lot of toddlers. It's less than 3, but it's more than 1, and that's it.
That's a lot.
Once you get past 2, the difference between 3 and 10 is minimal.
Thank you. I feel very seen right now.
I volunteered at a daycare for approximately 4 hours before I quit.
That is probably the max that most sane humans could stand, so.
Or Jack.
My niece is here for the weekend, and she wants to sit next to my older son, not next to Jack, and emotional turmoil is pretty high.
Oh no.
As a result, so sorry guys.
It's perfect. It's funny because on the one hand I feel for you, on the other hand I like watching the train wreck from afar.
All right.
Yeah, I say we go south then. We have the map, and I don't see anybody just randomly venturing into the middle of the lake for no reason.
Yeah, we can come back to that. Let's go south then.
Am I right?
Oh.
We need a shovel first, or
Why do
A
we need a shovel?
shovel?
didn't you say there was something buried that we had to dig up?
No. That's in the middle of the lake, right?
Okay, that's the lake.
Yeah. And And if everything points to our suspicions, whatever's in the middle of the lake, we're gonna need a pair of ye olde scuba gear. Um, yeah, I mean, what preparations have we already made? Preparations to go underway to the south?
I think I'm good. What about everybody else? Everybody been to the shops, get all their supplies?
Let's see here.
Bev, Bax, do you guys need any supplies?
I think
Checking.
I loaded up on some stuff, upgraded my armor last time, so I should be good to go.
Yep, I did too.
All right.
Actually, you all set as well. Oh yes, I got the crossbow. Yes, I remember now.
I've got a rope. I'm good. Okay, we're good. So
All right. So the three of you, or man, I don't know why I keep saying three. The four of you, now having gotten your supplies, head out toward the location. Are you sticking to the roads, or are you going to cut across country?
Jadar will look at the three of you guys, seeing as you guys have a bit more experience out of town than he does.
I think we would want to travel the roads to Dugan's Hole and then venture off instead of going straight across, because that minimizes our exposure.
I would agree.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So you're wanting to go back to the crossroads, down through Goodmead and Dugan's Hole, around the lake, skirting the mountains.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Although given the inflections in the DM's tone, I'm beginning to.
Nope. I
He would have done
wanted-
it the same way if he
I
had said, "Oh, so you're wanting to
absolutely
leave
would have.
East Haven and go straight down."
Yeah.
I'm working on. I have a working theory that Dave is the universe's way of punishing me for things I did to my Sims as a child. It's like, who has the little green diamond above their head now? It's me.
All right. So you begin your travels heading out of East Haven down the main road for the first couple of days. So you're looking at, for that's going to be 2, 3.5, 4.5 days just to get to Dugan's Hole. The first couple of days are fairly easy, but by the time you get to the crossroads, the weather turns bad and a blizzard blows in, and you end up having to make camp there just past the crossroads for a good 2 days, as just massive winds, terribly cold air, and blinding snow so thick that you can't even see your hand in front of your face. I will need checks from all of you, 2 of them. Constitution saving throws.
Oh, jeez. So it begins.
Is that with advantage or just straight?
That is with advantage because you do have cold weather gear.
Con saving throws, you said?
Yep.
And 2 of those you wanted.
Yep.
Oops.
Okay, everybody is fine, but the second day, even in the huddled up in your tents and whatnot, in full cold weather gear, trying to stay warm, Volton, you still catch a chill and aren't feeling well.
Wait, that's okay. You have a cleric. Is he feeling well? Like he just needs to warm up, or is
Yeah,
feeling unwell?
he is considered exhausted
Oh, is he now?
until he gets somewhere to spend 24 hours warming up.
Is this something? Would Jadar know? Is this something that perhaps a lesser restoration might be able to
Lesser
relieve
restoration
him?
would absolutely fix him up.
All right. Well, um, I guess he's been a pretty good guy to me thus far. Yeah. Once I see that occurred, Jadar will walk over to him, um, and trying to warm up his hands and lay them on him and cast lesser restoration.
All right. So you feel better immediately as soon as he casts the spell. You don't feel as weak as you did. You are still deathly cold.
And the entire time I do this, I'm looking at him going, "How is it that I am perfectly fine, but you are not? Look, I mean, look at me. I literally look like I come from the sun." Humans.
Lun's just crossed his arms across his chest, and he's got a little icicle dropped in from his nose, almost looking like Jack Nicholson from The Shining.
Nine Bolton the next morning at the center of a maze. The maze just grew overnight.
Yeah. All right.
Jadar just slowly moves the axe away.
Yeah. Finally, after a couple days, you're able to get moving again. Still very slow going because now the roads are completely covered in snow because during these blizzards, all travel stops.
So we see no one along the roads.
Do what?
Do we see anybody
No.
along it? Okay, no.
No, people nowadays don't travel unless they have to. You are about a day out of Goodmead, and you're looking forward to the warmth of a fire as you're getting close to the town. And that's not the right map. I think that's the one. Yeah, that's it. You're coming up on the town of Goodmead. You're plodding your way. You've got your dogs mushing through the snow, but even they are struggling because the fresh drifts are so high that their paws are sinking in, and they're having trouble pulling the sleds. And you're about to turn your way off to go to the town of Goodmead, maybe get a meal, warm up, have a nice warm bed to stay in for the evening, when a familiar voice growls to the four of you from one of the bushes as a very large white wolf steps out and says, "So we meet again."
Jadar's gonna look at the group and going, is that Wolf talking to us?
Yep.
Bev stands up and she says, "He murdered my children."
What?
And another one comes stepping out of a bush on the other side of the road, catching you between the two of them. Jadar, you are the first to be able to act.
Is there a map with this, or is this nope?
Yeah, there's
If
a map.
you,
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
if you, yeah.
Oh my God, those wolves are huge.
Avenge my children.
I mean, Jadar's just confused.
Avenge Bab and Bex.
Um, large wolves coming out. Jadar's just gonna attack.
All right.
I hope that's the right course of action. Yeah, he is just going to 1 second here. He's there. It is. Got it. Just very confused. And he's going to go over here and swing for the fences with inflict wounds.
You hit.
Excellent. Hold on. I just need this map is opened up so large that I can't see anything else. 1 second. Sorry. Yay! I hit casting this bad boy. Burning that spell slot.
Ooh, baby.
There we go. Hold on. I'm so sorry, guys. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Jadar's just gonna do that. And again, extremely confused. Has no idea what the hell's going on here.
Yep, you pray to Lathander as your hand begins crackling with this dark energy, and you touch the wolf, and just wounds open up in its side.
And in the back of Jadar's mind, he's going, "It's working! It's working! He's no longer mad."
Amazing.
All right, so let's see, 15-foot cone.
Why does the wolf have
Blasted.
a cone? They can do magic?
Yep, that one will get the two of you. Oh, why did it not? Okay, this is, let's clear that maybe. There are the targets. Okay, this guy. You and you. All right, I need 2 dexterity saving throws. I don't know why. Let me try it this way. See if this will do it. That did it for you. And there's one for you. Is there a reason you got advantage? Oh,
Danger sense might be.
Yep, that is it. So the 2 of you take some damage.
No.
And
Ouch.
the second one is going to breathe on the 2 of you.
They're breathing ice?
Yes.
What have you fools done?
All right. And both of you failed.
Wait, how is Wolf 2 hitting Jadar?
Yeah, you attacked the same people on the second attack. You did me and Jadar again.
That's why I had the 2 wolves backwards. All right. Okay, so we're going to start this completely over. Erase all your damage.
Lathander really
Thank
loves
you.
me.
Because the wrong wolves went at the wrong time. Okay, everybody erased all your damage? Yeah, okay. So, saving throws. 2 failures, so damage from Wolf 1.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then Wolf 2 does that. Both successes. All right, then backs.
Okay. I'm going to rage.
Okay.
Yeah, let's roll this. So I would like the tendrils. Each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet. So I can do both of them, right? They're both within
Yep.
30 feet. Okay.
Yep.
They need to make a Constitution saving throw. And I get how many of her temporary hit points they. I mean, how whichever damage they take.
Does it do damage on a successful save? No, it does not.
No.
So they
succeed.
both saved.
Okay, but I still get temporary hit points. 1.
Hey.
Okay, and I would like to. I'll move over. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's go ahead and do my full movement to here.
Yeah. You would have to go back in those thick bushes if you were going to go there. Those are low to the ground.
Okay, so I can't.
Stunted.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. And I will attack from here.
Okay.
Oh, so close.
That is a hit.
So close.
Just like hovered.
All right, and that will be my turn.
Bev.
All right, I would like to walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares away. And then I would like to go ahead and
Let me check something. No. Okay. Yep. You're good.
Okay, sweet. I'm gonna throw a scorching ray at Winterwolf number 2. I'd like to use the point of inspiration that we start the session with to roll
Okay.
that with advantage.
All right. And before you do that, go ahead and roll your wild magic. And I remembered to keep track this time.
All right. See here. Okay.
So
sorry,
6 or lower.
6 or lower. Okay. Oh crap! And I rolled that with advantage on accident. They were both above 6 though.
Yeah.
So all right. And then let's see here. So scorching ray.
Is a hit.
Great. And then I'd like to use my Tides of Chaos
Okay.
to do my second one with advantage. Ooh.
Good hit.
Good deal.
All right.
And my third one, I'll just roll straight. That's a hit as well.
All
and
right.
then I'd like to go ahead and would it be possible to use 2 sorcery points to quicken spell to have made that my bonus action?
Yeah, you didn't. So.
Oh, okay. You have to
yeah.
like express intent.
Yeah, you have to
thing,
decide beforehand to
Before.
use
Yep.
that to make it a bonus action. Yep.
That is totally fine.
And Tides of Chaos, that triggers a wild magic, right?
Only if it's outside of the one that I get per day.
Ah, okay.
Yep. So I should be good for right now, and that'll be my turn.
All right. Volton.
Okay, first thing I'm going to do is bonus action, Hex Winterwolf 1.
Okay.
I shall hex his strength. Okay, move around over to here. And I would like to bat him. May I use my inspiration?
Yep. That is a hit.
Okay. And I would like to make this a pushing attack, so you'll have to make a strength check. Let's have a look.
What's the difficulty?
You can do it like this. he
Oh,
succeeds.
okay.
I'll still do damage though. Okay. And bat.
Woo.
And that will be my go.
All right. Jadar.
Alright, Stars is going to do this. That should gain him the advantage. And then he is going to try to thwack him over the head with his mace. Alrighty. And that misses. C. Righty, and yeah. Yeah, that's all he's going to do.
All right.
Did you add the +2 of being on opposite sides of him?
I did not.
Oh yeah, that one that was a 12 should have hit then, because
Do what?
Wait.
His attack?
Advantage.
Do what?
Since he's flanking, since Jadar's
Ah,
flanking, he
yep.
would have had +2, right? So it would have hit.
Yep. So you can go ahead and
Okay.
roll your damage.
Sure. Apparently he's still pissed off with Andrew. Rolled a 1.
All right.
It never rains, but it pours. And Winter Wolf can now go.
He will take the attack of opportunity from Jadar to 5, 10, 15, and blast the two of you with his cold weapon,
Do I
which
attack
recharge.
first?
Yep.
How can you get 2? Are you in range?
Yeah, isn't it 15 foot?
Oh, yep.
Miss.
Okay, in that case, he might just go ahead then and attack Bax with everything he's got. That not attacking Bax with everything he's got. Missed. And missed. Winter Wolf 2.
Apparently he
His
doesn't have much.
breath weapon does not recharge. He will attack Volton. That hits. And you are knocked prone.
Oof.
But he still is unable to bite you the second time. And Bax, it is your turn.
Okie dokie. I'm going to use my inspiration on this attack
Okay.
for advantage. And
You hit.
great.
Volton, don't forget to take your inspiration off because you used yours too.
Yep. I will do that.
Anything else?
He's still
Nope.
standing?
Yep. Bev.
All right, I'd like to go ahead and throw out another scorching ray at
All
Winter
right.
Wolf 2. Let's see here, and then go ahead and roll wild magic now since that's a sorcerer spell.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll that.
All right, so 7 or lower
Yep.
and 8 or lower. Okay, so scorching ray.
When does the counter reset?
Missed. Whenever it goes off,
Yeah.
it builds up and eventually it pops off.
It's like a magical hiccup. You can't quite hold it in.
All right, and that one drops as the blasts of fire bore into it.
And then I think I
Bax
got
and
one.
Jadar are overwhelmed with the stench of burning wolf flesh.
Yeah. She's like, that's for my babies. And then Scorching Ray for my last one on this guy.
Hit.
And this isn't terrible. And then that will be my turn.
Volton.
Okie dokie. I shall take a swipe.
Okay. Yeah, I missed.
Aren't you prone?
Yeah. So
Oh,
I probably would
but
have first,
both the rolls were misses. But that's right.
Yeah.
But you are prone.
Not much else I can do. I shall second wind.
All right.
Hit points back.
Do you want to stand up?
Yeah,
Yeah. All
I'll
right.
do that.
Okay.
And that will be my go. Could you take the prone off, please?
Yep.
Alrighty, alrighty. I think that's a good enough distance. And why don't we use this? I'm gonna. No, I'm not gonna use the inspiration. Yeah. I have faith in my faith. Haha.
All right. Anything else?
And yes, he has that.
Yep.
There we go. Next person who hits him gets advantage. And Tudar still really confused as to why these wolves know you guys.
All right. The wolf says, "Curse you all! You will pay for this," and he will disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40. He takes off into the trees.
No.
Can we still see him, or is he gone?
You cannot see him through those trees. You would have to catch up to him. Or moved to actually get line of sight. Backs. And don't forget, any areas not on the road are difficult terrain for you guys.
Oh,
Hmm.
I'm sorry. I will
Yep.
dash to here then,
All right.
and that's my turn.
Bev.
Okay, so I would like to use a sorcery or 2 sorcery points to quicken spell. And then I want to use my action to dash to where I can see the wolf. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would I be able to see him
No.
like through that?
No.
Dang it. And there's not any combination. Okay. If I tried to shoot a chaos bolt through there, probably wouldn't make a difference.
I'll let you shoot one with disadvantage.
Okay.
Basically, you're blind. Just
Yep,
firing.
I'll take those odds.
Which technically will be just a straight roll because you have advantage against hitting him. Or
Oh,
guiding
right?
bolt.
Okay, would that work
Sure.
then?
Yep.
Sweet. All right. Oh, I don't know why it did that. Sorry. I will re-roll that without the advantage.
I think Bev has advantage perma-clicked.
That's very possible.
Missed.
Dang. Damn, David. That's all I've got.
Volton.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. I'm guessing I can't see him either.
Nope.
May I like blindingly like lob a Eldritch Blast at him?
Sure.
Advantage.
Missed.
Yep.
Jadar.
Alright, Jadar is in no way, shape, or form interested in this wolf. He's just gonna let it go.
All
What he
right.
will do, on the other hand, is he will step up to Bev and cast Cure Wounds while disapprovingly look at her odd desire to hunt down this giant wolf. Well, apparently Lathander's still pissed off at me. I'm rolling ones.
Maybe at Bev a little bit too.
Oh, I thought.
Alrighty.
Oh,
And yeah, just
yeah. Now he will dash 100 feet, and we will consider that gone.
I'm gonna make a coat out of that wolf someday.
would someone please get her to explain to me why that wolf knew you?
So we were with our friend Elle Lebreth, and we found some kids in a cave, and we were taking the kids back to Dugan's Hole to their families. But low key, I was also kind of just gradually becoming their mom anyway. And then he killed the kids on the way back. Also, he tricked us and tried to get an undead mammoth to kill it. It's a complex relationship.
Are you telling me that you believed and spoke to a magically talking wolf
Yeah.
whilst having kids?
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
Yeah.
I understand you may not be where I'm from.
Or no, we were sneak attacked by the wolves after we saved the kids.
After you
The
saved
conversation was before.
but you still had the conversation with the giant wolf.
Yeah, we actually rode the wolves for like a while. They took us to this castle. We were going to help all these people. And then it turned out it was an elaborate ruse to try and murder us.
You brought the wolves their dinner.
In hindsight, that is, yes, objectively what we did. And Bev's eyes glass over and she dissociates.
Alrighty. That is. Right, how is everyone doing? Who's injured? Is
I'm good.
everybody injured?
You can track it on the combat tracker.
Oh, I can. Yes, look at
Yep.
that. Everybody's got some wounds. In that case, if we have a moment, I can do a nice, quick little prayer of healing, just in case anything happens before the end of the day.
It's like a prayer.
Go for
Bev, you need something more than a prayer.
Like maybe like a rosary.
An intervention.
Some kind of... Oh no, those
Alright.
don't take.
There we go.
Thank you very much.
So you make your way on into the town of Goodmead. A few people whispering as you enter the town, pointing at Bev.
I have cast disguise self on myself.
Okay.
This is quite a lovely little town, don't you think, Bev?
X-ray on the very.
So I will need your wild magic roll.
Oh God. Can I say? Can I? Okay, yeah. All right.
Boom.
Okay. Boom. Wild magic. Okay. Do your worst.
Don't invite him to do his worst. Just do his mediocre best.
How many days in total travel was that?
That was
Too many.
2 days to the crossroads. You then got stranded for a couple of days during the blizzard, so 4 days, and that's been a day and a half to get to Goodmead. So 5.5 days of travel.
Half a 10-day? My God.
Yep.
5 rations. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we are tracking rations. We
Oh,
are in the
right.
middle of nowhere.
Yep. So, Bev, your hair turns bright white and your entire body turns a bright shade of blue.
Yep.
Murphing
Hey,
it up.
sometimes disguise
Yep.
self.
And
just
even
keep the
after the disguise
differentiated.
self goes off, your skin remains that color. You realize that the disguise self cannot alter it.
Oh my. Yeah, I just I like just use the disguise self to make myself look like physically a little different, like maybe more like dwarven proportions than halfling. And I'm like, maybe people won't know. Maybe this is good enough.
Oh, that is the worst.
Yeah, so
casting
now
I've
instead of
felt.
pointing at you because
Because
of
I'm
who
a
you
failed
are,
politician.
everybody's pointing at you because you're blue.
I would like to attempt to develop something of like a following of children that are interested in the various tricks that this blue person can do. Like I'll break out my
Perhaps
fire dancing act.
Perhaps we should not attract unwanted attention.
Bev's already fully doing a fire reading routine.
Whilst,
Yeah.
my friends, whilst we are in this town, if we have the time, I would like to take a moment to cast some bones and see if I can get an inkling of what our future holds.
Sounds good.
Is this town just as hostile to magic as the last one?
They pretty much all are
Oh,
not super into it.
all of them don't. No.
So you can cast magic all you want. Nobody has a problem with you using magic, as long as you don't cast it on somebody without their permission.
I mean, I feel like that's just a general thing everywhere you go.
You would be surprised.
I mean, I
The
can't imagine
allegory.
anybody.
There's a reason I have to
allegory.
make this reminder.
Well, in that case, yes, at some point in time, Jadar will take care of that. My friends, seeing as you have been here before, is there anywhere we should stop before we continue on to this Daugen's hole?
A night in the mead hall wouldn't hurt.
All
Yeah.
right. Yep. So you
A
guys,
strong drink and a warm bed.
yep, make your way to the mead hall in Goodmead.
Is this the entire size of the town? The map?
Yes, that is the entire town.
It's not really much of a town. It's more. Of a
No, it's not.
Meanwhile, yeah, if that's the case, Jadar is gonna like not rudely, loudly say it, but not quite, not quite realizing how loud he say. He's just gonna look around and go, "What a crappy place this is." He's looking around.
Yeah. So much like the last time, there are just a few people gathered around inside the mead hall. Luckily, you guys brought the mead back that had been taken, so the innkeeper is happy to see you. And he brings out some hot meals on the house because you returned his mead. Anything you guys want to do in the first couple hours that you're there?
Yeah, Jadar will actually grab a table somewhere, not around people exactly. And he is going to take some time and cast, or roll some dragon bones, casting augury.
All right.
Specifically, he's trying to ascertain the difficulty of what we are about to undertake in this mountain range.
Volton will go over with him and silently watch him while he eats. Very interested to see this going on.
All right. So you do your augury, and the answer you get is weal and woe. Both good and bad will result from what you are about to do.
Um, interesting. And this is Voltan who's sitting with Jadar?
Mm-hmm.
Voltan. This is. He's kind of like pointing to a cluster of bones. This tells us of great riches, perhaps, or of success, which is a good thing. But these over here, there is trouble afoot. I would say that we should keep our blades very close to our sides.
Sounds about right.
This is the gods are fickle beings. He'll collect his dragon bones and acquire some food and drink.
All right. So you guys spend a couple hours eating and drinking and warming yourselves by the fire. When the individual that defeated Bev in the runoff, in the election for town speaker, comes in with a number of his men, and they kind of surround the lot of you, and he says, you are no longer welcome in Good Mead.
Good sir, I am at a loss here. I do not even know your name, and you're already kicking me out of your lovely little town.
Well, you're keeping terrible company.
I would wholeheartedly agree. Which one in particular?
All three of them.
Hurtful.
Yeah,
What
your
have they?
disguise self only lasts for an hour. Did you redo
Yeah.
that?
I did not. And also Bev has spent the last 2 hours low key, first in disguise and then not realizing her disguise has faded. Trying to seed misinformation about the election process that led to her being defeated. She's like, I think there were hanging chads on the ballots. I think we need to have a recount. Like she's getting real into the weeds there. So
Yeah.
she like looks up from that.
But, and he says, as far as my name, I am Shandar Froth. And I am the speaker of this good town, duly elected.
Well, then I have no doubt that's. I really have nothing to say. She's kind of an idiot in these things. I think we should just go. Jadar has nothing. There's a lot of them. There's not a lot of us.
Since when did losing an election mean that you aren't allowed in the town anymore?
Since you ran for office.
Hurtful. None taken.
Yes, we have determined, I and my wisdom as speaker, that all our recent troubles are probably to be blamed on you, and that the whole incident with the giants was organized by yourself in order to deceive these good people into electing you speaker.
I didn't even know there was an election until after we killed the giants, you dingus.
My good fellow, this poor woodman couldn't even Come on, she couldn't even be elected for dog catcher. You really think she conspired with giants?
Again, none taken.
I think this is I let me tell you that the best part of winning an election is basking in your own
I think
glory,
it was the
knowing
elf that was with them that organized and masterminded the whole sordid affair.
elf. What elf? Bev.
Elibra. At the mention of Elibra by this man, Bev begins to like cry in a very angry fashion. She's like, "Don't you
Why?
speak of her."
Why are you doing that? What is?
I am magnanimous, and I will allow you to finish your meal, but then I ask you to leave town immediately.
But what time of day is it at this point?
It is evening.
Good sir, what kind of magnanimous leader who looks for the best in all of his citizens would throw 4 people out into the dead of night? Per- I will I will ensure that Bev leaves town at the earliest possible point when the sun rises. Please let us stay here.
They are most likely criminals, and definitely their gang leader is a criminal.
This
Uh,
all feels very problematic.
There is
And
no
he will produce a wanted poster with Elbereth's face on it.
What? Is
I
it like?
I will I
Yeah, you do remember she said that she was wanted.
Yes, I was asking. Is it from like where she's originally from?
Yes. Yep.
Jadar will take the wanted poster. Listen, I myself will seek this bounty in the morning
Oh my.
after having slept in a warm bed.
Well, it will be a warm bed in your tents on the outskirts of town, because you are no longer welcome here. You can give me an insight check, any of you.
I'll take care. I'll definitely do an insight check. Don't
All
be able to
right.
do that. Or not.
Volton, you realize that he is not telling you his real reasons for not wanting you guys in the town.
I will try and low key sort of pass that on to everyone else.
How are you doing that?
I don't know. He's standing right there.
You can get. Yep, he is standing right there.
You could just act like Bev and go Ixnay on the secret A. He's right here.
If you want to make a performance check, you can make a performance check to kind of make some gestures, but everyone present will get an insight check.
I'll say to him, "You're rather eager to get rid of us. I mean, we did help out quite a lot."
As I said, I believe you instigated the whole thing to make it seem that way.
How about this,
Really?
good sir? How about
Yeah,
this?
yeah. Volton, you know he doesn't believe what he's saying. That's for the people, the citizens that happen to be present.
I will look at the guy. As a cleric of Lithander, I have the within me to make Bev only speak the truth. Perhaps that will convince you that she is not a conniving politician.
Oh no.
Bev is not happy about that.
Bev blanches at the idea of being magically compelled to
Right.
speak truth.
And
But please
while
do this.
and
He
while
says,
I
I
do
have
that,
already made the offer of letting you have a hot meal and warm up by the fire before you vacate the town.
Well, then
Speaker,
it-
I have nothing to hide. I'd be happy to do a zone to be put under. I would consent to a truth spell. On the condition that you consent as well.
It is unnecessary.
oh god, I wasn't actually planning on doing it, Bev. I was just gonna do bless.
I'm
I'm just gonna. Jadar's just gonna like lightly kick Bev under the table, like I'm bluffing.
Bev perceives that to be keep going. You're
Says,
doing
well,
great.
from your words, I take it that you are refusing to comply. So, if
No,
you
but before we will comply. There's no need for, more speeches and
We'll,
swords.
we'll go. We'll go.
yeah, all right.
We will go,
So,
and Bev will have a lot of explaining to do as to why I am not sleeping in a warm bed.
Someday. I will
but I
let
will
you
allow
guys.
you guys to make a perception check before you leave.
Okay.
Now,
So,
Well,
are we like being
um,
escorted out?
actually, the three of you, there's something I think that you're not forgetting because it's been so long since you did Goodmead. Remember,
Didn't he
he was the puppet of Speaker Maxildanar from Targos. You guys would
Oh, yeah.
definitely remember that.
Mhm.
The guy that you prevented from getting the kettle that you have messed with on numerous occasions,
Mhm.
this guy is basically his mouthpiece here.
Huh.
Jadar's still pissed off that Bev is preventing him from getting a nice warm bed.
So like we're pretty certain this guy wants us like dead.
He would like it if that were to happen,
Mm.
but you do not get the impression that he is willing to risk himself or his men to make that happen. But you believe that based on your insight check, because you rolled very high, you're pretty sure that he just wants you gone so that whatever Speaker Maxildanar might be having him up to here in Goodmead, that you guys don't have the opportunity to interrupt any of those plans.
Okay. Bev is gonna kind of swing for the fences here. We're happy to leave. We're happy to leave. I would just say that Speaker Max Eldinar is gonna be pretty disappointed to hear that we were treated with such little, um, welcome in this here town. Right, Bex? Golden Jadar.
Uh,
Yeah, like
They'll be
give
very
me a
disappointed.
deception check with disadvantage.
That's a dun dun dun. Is this a new day? Yeah.
No.
Oh, since
Yep.
the wolf fight.
No, it is not.
Okay, dang.
This is that same evening.
Okay, we'll just see what happens here.
You can
Oh, there was a
use.
crit in there. But yeah,
Yep.
11.
He goes, I do not believe that Speaker Maxildanar, if he did have authority in this town, I am the speaker here, but I do not believe he would care one whit what happens to the lot of you. In fact, I believe that he as well has found you to be of the criminal persuasion. I do not think you will find yourself welcome in Targos either.
And Jadar's just gonna turn to Bev. Why are you challenging this man's authority? What are you doing?
He killed my dream. It was like one opportunity to matter. And then I had to face some personal demons, and I've got a lot of feelings about addressing my own stuff. I'm not ready.
And I have a lot of feelings about sleeping out in the cold.
I'm gonna salt this
Now
man's fields,
deal
Jadar.
with it.
I'm gonna.
well, just count yourself lucky when we get to the next town. We get to sleep with everybody. So
I love you, Beth.
That's right.
It is clear that I am so confused. It is clear. It is clear that there's no diplomatic way to achieve this. Perhaps we should just finish our meal and go. Bev, you first.
All right. So the lot of you finish your meal and then head out of town.
The entire time I am glaring at Bev.
I ran a clean race and he played dirty. I will not apologize for anything.
It is your own fault for running a clean race in any kind of political arena. Who runs a clean race?
Oh my god, the through line of all my D&D sessions this week is Bev trying to do things that she thinks are good. And the
You
universe
lie.
being like, that was stupid.
You lie, you steal, you cheat, and you put coin in the right palms. Has no one ever taught you this?
Is that a metaphor?
Maybe. Let's go.
All right. So you set up camp outside of town.
I swear to everything holy, if a giant talking wolf attacks us, I'm throwing Bev at it.
I'll take watch.
Okay.
You bolted.
All right. So as you're taking watch, I will need a roll from you. Oops. Who all is taking watches? Are you going to take watch for the entire night, or is somebody going
second.
to?
I'll
Okay.
take third.
And Jadar will finish it up.
All right.
By the way, I actually downloaded that extension from Fantasy. So much.
All right. So, Bax, during your watch, those were the awfulest perception checks I've ever seen. The only one that made one was Bev. Everybody else rolled below an 8. But during Bax's watch, this isn't actually for Bax, but during Bax's watch, Bev, you are awakened by the sound of rustling nearby. And you open your eyes and you see 3 tiny little masked faces looking down at you.
Are they Chewingas?
They are Chewingas.
Chewinga. Hey, buddies.
Yep, when you open your eyes and speak, they dart for the edges of the tent to scurry out.
Oh, can I try to like charm them or something? Like just make it very clear that like, hey, I'm a friend of Elle's. Remember the one that helped
Make
connect you guys together?
a persuasion check.
Alrighty. Come on. Can do this.
You're not gonna wake up anybody, are you?
All right. Yeah, you managed to stop one of them.
Mm-hmm. Hi.
And he
Yeah,
it kind of tilts its head at you and
I have a friend who would really like to meet you. Would you want to go on a little trip with me?
let's see. Try.
You'd see all kinds of fun, cool human stuff / halfling stuff.
I just love the fact that I can't think of any better person to wake up for the Chewingas than Bev.
It speaks to you in some type of tinkling sounded language that you do not understand.
Can I cast comprehend languages?
Sure.
Yeah, I will do that.
All right. So it is asking you for playthings. Do you have any playthings?
Oh, okay. I have a dagger, could I get
Do you?
I have.
So, you would think about what how you first encountered Chewingas. Do you remember that?
Is they were like
Uh,
pretending, like they were having like a little fake human dinner.
Right. Okay. So you remember.
Yeah. So,
What
but I'd
kind of
like
what?
to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just confused. Wait, you see these small things, they ask for a plaything, and the first thing that pops into your mind is, "Here, have a bladed weapon."
Well, I mean, I'm just looking through my bag.
Okay, just making sure I understand what's going. I just
Yeah.
didn't have a
Yep.
small
You
stroke or
got it.
something.
Yeah, yeah. I have a blood-stained dream catcher decorated with gold and owlbear feathers, and I
Oh,
want to make a deal with this little chewinga that if they come meet my friend with me, that they can have it forever.
he agrees immediately. It
Wonderful.
likes the dream catcher.
Uh-huh. Ooh, very nice. How far away from Danica are we?
You guys are in Goodmead, and she is in Bryn Shander.
Okay.
We'll have to backtrack a little bit.
Are y'all okay with us taking this guy to
Yeah, so
Danica?
it's another day and a half back now to the crossroads, then 3 days to Bryn Shander. So you're looking at 4.5 days.
Any chance to see Danica again would be great.
She's gonna be so happy to see us. She was
mean-
really impressed with us as people.
It's been so long. I'm sure she's so worried.
Yeah, she's probably like sending messages to us on the wind and stuff because she misses us so much. And she's got that cool blue streak
Maybe
in her
that's
hair.
why the birds are whistling sometimes when we hear them.
They're saying, "Backslinging Bev, I miss you." That's what she does. She's at her window every night.
Every night.
We obviously do that too. When everyone else falls asleep, but hopefully she's been getting the message.
We tear off a little piece of our shirt.
Yes. We've given
Tied
her
to a
half of a
bird's
sword.
leg.
And we rub the hilt every night. Oh.
And give me 1 second because
I think this is the first time I have ever been as confused as my character.
It's a fun feeling, right? It's very immersive.
So, if you'll remember, because Bev did explain in painstaking detail everything that they had done, Danica has asked them to. She believes that if she investigates a Chewinga, who are tiny ice elementals, that she can discover the source of the winter that has the 10 towns locked in it. And so she asked them to recover a Chewinga and bring it to her for examination.
And isn't stopping the winter like job one?
Yeah, I would say that that's like probably our primary concern.
Yeah.
Then
Off
figuring
to see
out
Danica.
who we are. Yes, off to see Danica.
Also, isn't the travel time cut in half by the dogs?
Oh yes, the travel time is cut in half by the dogs. I forgot about that. That you guys do have dog sleds.
Volton is the one member of this party with object permanence.
Yep. So the Chewinga, when you hand over the Dreamcatcher, that's it. When you hand over the Dreamcatcher, it will grab your hand and it draws a symbol on your hand that remains there glowing.
Oh, wow. Would
Yep.
like my comprehend languages be able to decipher
No,
what
but you just instinctively know what it is. It is a charm of bounty. It has 3 charges, and you can expend one of the charm's charges to cast Create Food and Water, with no components required. Once all its charges have been expended, the charm vanishes from you.
That is awesome.
So
And
3
it's Charm
times
of
you can
Bounty.
cast Create Food and Water.
Awesome.
And is her
Yes.
skin still blue?
Yes, her skin is still blue. Yep, that will remain until she does something in particular.
Something of which he'll let me figure out, which is fine.
This is most fascinating.
Bev looks at the little chewing gun. She goes, "Thank you. Do you have a name? We usually name you guys some variation of Clarence, but since I can speak your language right now, I feel like the most appropriate thing would be to ask your preferred name,
What is name?
like a thing people call you, like when you're with other Chewingas and like
A
someone wants you to
Chewinga.
look at something. Oh, so like you just all are Chewinga.
Yes, we are Chewinga.
Is this like a hive mind situation?
What is hive?
Fair enough. We're gonna be really good friends, Clarence.
What is Clarence?
What is Clarence? And then I go back to sleep.
All right.
I
Is
make
it
him like
saying?
a little bed that he can lay on to tonight.
Well, it walks out of the tent and steps into a tree.
I accept that.
If someone called me Clarence, I would also walk into a tree.
And yeah, so Bax, you do see a Chewinga walk right out of Bev's tent and walk over and hop into a tree.
Can I yell out to Bax what's going
Yeah.
on?
And I don't mean that it climbs up in a tree or hops up in the branches. It actually walks inside the tree.
I'll run over to Bev's tent and I'll be like, "Hey, I just saw a Chewinga. Are you awake?"
Yeah. Clarence the Fourth. He's going to come with us to Danica in the morning. So
We get to see Danica.
We get to see Danica. It's gonna be so good.
Okay,
I'm
so
you
with
two, please
Yep.
quiet down. Some of us are trying to sleep.
so like Bev and Max are doing that thing that they do in like the season 5 finale of Community where they're like, "Buried treasure!" like whisper yelling.
Buried treasure,
it's just,
buried treasure, buried treasure.
Danica.
From Jadar's tent, he's actually gonna cast silence on that entire tent if possible.
Honestly,
Okay.
good call, because this is gonna go on for
yeah,
a while.
complete silence falls over the tent.
We don't even notice. We're just Danica.
We're like
Danica.
grabbing hands, jumping around in circles,
Elaborate handshake.
jumping up and down.
All
Somehow
right.
there's a maple that just shows up, and we dance around the maple.
You guys do that, and Jadar's just gonna get comfy back in his bed, or in his bedroll, and go right back to bed.
All right. So you all will get your long rest in. The next morning, the weather is clear and nice for Icewind Dale. Still bitter cold, but the sun is shining and there's no snow falling at present.
Now, when you say bitter cold, are we talking -10, -20?
Yeah, down in the negative teens.
Got it. All right. Sadly, my silence spell has almost assuredly worn off at this point.
Yes.
You hear the sound of a single party blower, and then quiet again.
Are we to continue on to Dugan's Hole?
So there's been a development. Bax and I's best friend, Danica, is needing a Chewinga to try and solve this eternal winter, which would be helpful to you because you do not like being cold. This is well established. So it would be in all of our best interests, particularly yours, to go bring Danica this chewinga that agreed to go with us. And then just like maybe she'll be super impressed and like want to hang out and like get matching tattoos with Max and I. And so everyone quote that plan, change of plan, change of plan, change of plan.
Finish plan.
It would be nice to see Danica again.
Golden gets it.
You mean
And
best
finally-
friend, Danica?
She's just got that X factor.
Jadar just watches this entire exchange, pours himself the remainder of the wine out of his wineskin, takes a good swig of it, and goes, "What? Sure. Absolutely. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Where are
So-
we going to meet this Danica?"
Bryn Shander.
Bryn Shander.
All right. If we go to Bryn Shander, okay. We're outside of Goodmead right now, right?
Yes.
How far to Bryn Shander?
2 days.
No. Is normally 4.5 days. So we'll say 4 days. And yeah, 2 days. It'll take you 2 days by dog sled. If there are no blizzards or anything on the way.
Alrighty, 2 days to Bryn Shander. Now, what of the promise that we made it to the speaker?
We'll double back.
Yeah, we'll double back.
True, but I do recall that we promised him that we would go at our earliest convenience.
Yeah, and as soon as we get done seeing Danica again, that will be our earliest.
She is really smart. She is a wizard. And
if we can stop
maybe-
the winter,
yes.
I mean,
Then-
does the weapon even matter at that point?
Exactly. And who knows, maybe she knows things about the Dorgan.
All right. Now, according to your exhaustive tale, she requires a chawinga. We do
Mhm.
not currently possess a chawinga.
Oh, Clarence. Try and beckon our buddy out of the tree.
What are you doing to that tree?
Yep, she's sitting there calling the tree Clarence.
Can I
Oh,
can I like put
and
my hand
I
that
will
has the
need.
charm on it?
I forgot. I need a wild magic roll for the previous nights.
Okay. Oh, when I cast
When you cast comprehend language.
Dang, Brittany. That is a 3.
Yep, so you're good
So,
for that one.
Good for now. 1 or 2.
But you're pretty sure that you have no way to talk to the thing without casting it again.
Okay. I will cast comprehend languages again.
All right, wild magic. All right.
1,
Wait,
2,
doesn't
3.
comprehend language just allow you to understand it, and it's like tongues or something that allows you to talk to them?
Oh, well, let's look. Yep. You can understand it, but it doesn't let you speak it.
Dang it. Okay. Does the deal from the previous night still stand?
Yes, it does still stand.
Okay. Can I like knock on the tree? Like, or maybe just like lay my hand that has the charm on it against the tree and see if that might like beckon him out?
If you knock on the tree, it will poke its head out.
Oh my gosh, there's a chawinga in the tree.
All right. I'd like to make a motion to him like, okay, time to go, buddy.
So if you start walking off, it will follow you.
Okay.
All right, I feel the need to ask just this one question, Bev.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are you going to attempt to befriend every creature we see?
Possibly.
You really need to learn how to lie to me.
Yeah, and the little blue-skinned creature with a straw robe and a mask, carrying a little staff. That is what you see.
He's so
Vidar.
cute.
Most interesting. Oh, that's
Yep.
You're now both blue.
that's
Yes, you're
mildly
Chewinga colored.
terrifying.
Amazing.
Well, I suppose the one good this is that Bryn Shander, I'm sure.
You're cutting out. Didn't catch half of that.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Excellent. I'm sure Bryn Shander has a very large mead hall.
Oh.
I suppose we should begin.
All right. So you guys head off. The weather turns bad on the second day,
Of course it does.
yep. So, and the third day, yeah. So you end up having to spend 3 days instead of 2 traveling, but you are able to make it to Bryn Shander. But then you run into a little bit of a problem in that the Chewinga does not want to go into the town.
If Bev wants to stay out here, we can go in and grab Denica.
Mhm.
All right.
I'll head into the town and go find her in
I will.
the inn.
I will follow.
Well,
Yep.
I'll go with Fulton because she might not come for just him. You know, she'll expect one of her best friends to be there.
Right. So she is at the North Look, lounging by the fire, reading a book. Kind of exactly how you left her.
Hasn't aged a day.
It's only been like 2 weeks.
It's like a fine wine.
I'll run up and I'll start like tugging on her pants leg.
Oh,
Danica!
it's you. Have you managed to locate a Chewinga yet?
Yes, we have one outside. The whole group's here, but Bev's outside with the Chewinga. We're so excited to see you. Are you ready to go out and see it now, or should we sit and talk more? Or
So let me get my my furs. It's awfully cold out there.
oh, it is. Yeah,
uh,
it is. It's definitely cold out there.
You can't bring it in to where it's warm.
It
No,
doesn't seem to want to come into town.
It doesn't want. How did you transport it here? You don't have it caged or something?
no. We got it here. It on its on free will.
Really?
Yes.
Well, give me a moment. She will go to her room and put on some cold weather gear, and then
Bev,
follow
I'm
you.
coming.
Yep, follow you out to where the Chewinga awaits.
As soon as we get close, I like grab her hand and I'm like running as fast as I can, trying dragging her with me. And I'm like, Bev, she's here.
Danica, it's you! Me, Bev! I have
Yes,
blue skin!
Yes, I recognize it. What's with the blue skin?
I don't, magic. Do you know how to get rid of blue skin? Is that something you've ever had to deal with your magic?
I have not.
Fair.
How did you?
Okay.
How did you? How did it happen?
So I was casting Disguise Self so that I could hide my shame in Goodmead. And then I had a wild magic search, and it turned my hair white and my skin blue.
How many days has it been since she bluified?
Did I blue
So
myself?
No, I said bluified.
3 days.
Bluified. 3 days.
That was a
Right.
solid reference. to the fact
Yep, that
no
was-
one giggles.
Yeah, I got it.
Crime.
yeah, it was the same.
Crime.
The night that you found the Chewinga was the same night that she bluified, and now it's been 3 days traveling to Bryn Shander, and she's still bluified.
All right.
Blew
in that case,
herself.
I'm going to just.
She
Yeah.
says,
I'm
As well.
angry it took me this long to remember.
While they're chit chatting, I'm just gonna try lesser restoration on her, see if she turns back to her normal pallor.
it does not. But you can give me an Arcana check.
I will absolutely do that.
And Danica says, well, I'll take the little thing from here. No, you have no idea what's turned her blue or how to remove it. She will cast a spell and the Chewinga falls asleep.
Danica, that is her name, right?
Yes.
I do realize that we have perhaps never met before, but while we have you here, I don't suppose you have any interesting wares to sell?
This is Danica Greysteel.
See that single blue streak of blue in her hair? She's very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
And she says, I'm not a vendor.
Well, then this is.
I am a scholar.
Oh, that's even worse. All right, have a good day.
Worse?
She gets her magic from being smart, not from like, you know, making a
from-
deal with a god or selling your soul to a unicorn or being kidnapped as a child by the fae. I mean, she works for it. I think that there's something very respectable about that.
Yeah,
Yes, but
she will point to the now slumbering Chewinga and say, would one of you care to transport this to my room for me?
Chidar's gonna look at her like, I am not your pack mule.
I'll do it.
All right.
Yeah, Bolton, you carry that. Me and Bev, we'll help Danica walk across town. And
Yeah,
we'll
Danica says,
each grab
I'm
one of her hands.
perfectly fine.
Yes.
I'm okay. I can do this on my own.
No, we're here. We got you.
At this point, Jadar is like beginning to like either combination of worry and wonder if Bev and Bax
Did somebody say wonder?
Yeah.
if Bev and Bax are like under some kind of spell at this point, because that is
Yeah.
pathetic.
You can give me an insight check.
Insight check.
You think this woman has charmed them.
All right, that's what I thought.
With her
Yeah,
Robert written
she has cast a spell on them that has made them obsessed with her, and
Amazing.
they are unaware of it. All
Danica,
right.
wait until we tell you all the stories of things that have happened to us while we've been
in
out.
great detail. Every single piece of
No,
information we have is yours.
that's okay.
We have to
Yeah.
introduce you to our new friend Jadar and what all role he has played in our success and finding the Chewinga and getting back to you.
Where's your friend Elbereth? Shouldn't you be out with her? I'm sure she would be jealous if you spent all your time with me.
Bev, she remembers our group name.
Yeah, she begins walking at a faster than halfling pace.
Oh, you're gonna have to slow down. Our legs are short.
Yep, and
unless you're wanting to carry us on your back or something, we'd be fine with that.
Absolutely not.
Hurtful. None taken.
And so the Chewinga
Anyway, my
is
friends.
transported back to her room. She pays you the 25 gold that she promised. And with the completion of that quest, you all level.
Yeah.
Yay!
And we will take a 15-minute break for you guys to do that.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So how do we split the 25 gold?
I want
DM's
none. I want.
All right, we will be back after a short break. All right, then we're back from break. Anything you guys want to do in Bryn Shander?
Oh, can we? Yes, this is a slightly bigger town, is it not?
It's a huge town.
Excellent. Huge by their standards, anyway. I'm going to find some place might potentially be able to trade my gem, the gemstone worth 500 gold, for 500 gold.
Okay, yep, you are able to do that.
Excellent.
Sweet.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
a huge town.
Yeah, I want to do that also.
Okay.
And then, what type of shops are there in Bryn Shander?
Virtually everything you can think of.
Got it.
Armorers, general stores. Stables.
We're definitely going to need some more rations, I think.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, normal player's handbook prices for anything you wish to buy.
It's funny now that Jadar has money, he doesn't know what to do with all of it.
I presume I can find healers kits here fairly easily.
Yes, you can find healer's kits.
What about potions of healing?
You can get potions of healing as well.
Ooh, how much are they? What's in the player's handbook?
Yep.
50 gold pieces.
Yeah, for a regular one. I'm gonna get 2 of those bad boys, I think.
Yeah.
150 for graders.
I don't like people that much.
All right. So in lieu of taking a skill increase, I'm going to take the actor feat. Just as a heads up.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take the actor feat.
Bump that charisma up by 1, so I'm still getting something, but
Okay.
Is there how do we add the potion of healings to our action?
If you go into items on your side menu, you can just drag it to the inventory page of your character sheet.
Oh. Never mind, I take that back up. We'll do it.
All right, everybody purchased everything they want?
And 14 concubines. Yep.
How much money do you have left?
I don't want 14 concubines. Ooh. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
You might be able to afford a concubine or 2.
For almost 500 gold pieces, I better be able to afford more than 2. It's Bryn Shander, not Neverwinter.
Man, you get what you pay for. If you want to spend
Hey,
500 on more than 2 concubines.
remember that right now, this Icewind Dale is completely cut off from the rest of the world.
It's a limited pool.
Oh, let's not use the word pool when we're talking about concubines.
It's basically a puddle.
All right, Bev, you win.
All right.
Would we be able to find like magical items if we were to nose around here?
No.
Fair enough.
While they are shopping, can I try like performing in some taverns to see if I could get some money?
Sure. Give me a perform check.
Good deal. Now, hypothetically, if I am doing a one-woman show in which about Danica, can I use my actor feat to get advantage on that roll?
Sure.
Thank you. Okay. See, already being put to very worthwhile use. Dun, 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 dun.
This obsession with Danica is beginning to approach the level of clinical.
So you earn roll a die 10.
Okay. 1.
Yeah, your performance is just pretty routine. A few people, well, actually, one guy tosses in a copper piece, but it looks like more because he felt sorry for you than because he actually enjoyed the performance. So you made
wow,
a
that's
copper
bad.
piece for that day.
All right. You know, they all said Lin-Manuel Miranda was crazy when he wanted to write a musical about a founding father. I'm just a visionary trying to do good work here.
All right. So you go around and spend an entire day performing. The rest of you spend time purchasing goods in shops, then return to the inn the following day, that evening. So
yes, I could sleep in a warm bed.
Yep, the Northlook Inn is 2 gold pieces a night.
Is that for everyone or per person?
Per person.
Jeez, it better be a good inn for that.
It is.
I mean, Danica's there.
It is a comfortable inn. A wealthy inn is 4 gold pieces a night.
Is that for a shared room, or can we get a shared room?
They charge by the
Like
occupancy,
spa?
not by the room.
Oh.
Okay, so we'll share a room then, just for.
You guys can share a room. Jadar's sleeping by himself.
Oh, did no
Why
one
did we
tell
even
her?
let him in our party?
Right, you guys finally remember how Elbereth would sit and watch you as you slept, and she'd be there watching when you woke up.
I miss mom. I mean Elbereth. She wasn't my mom. She wasn't. I don't have a mom. That's fine. That didn't do any damage at all. I'm fine. My lip starts to quiver.
All right.
All right, and so what do you do the next day?
Oh, Jadar, so well rested and
Sorry, you've cut off there.
I said Jadar is very well rested and he's able to take on any task of the
Mhm.
day. Let's do it. Oh, by the way, although I cannot breathe underwater, I do now have the ability to make us walk on water. I am the demonic Jesus. I like this.
To Jesus.
Yeah, the Jesus, yes. Oh, actually, no, this is cool. It's actually any liquid surface.
Yeah.
So water, acid, mud, Bev's tears, it all works.
And
Lava.
frankly, there's enough to walk on.
Lava. This is amazing. every now and then, working for Lathandir actually has its.
Yeah, Whoopi
Well,
Goldberg eventually got warmed to it as well.
She got warmed to enough that they made a second movie.
There's a whole cinematic universe.
Already, are we gonna go back down to the mountain range, or are we just gonna abandon that?
Well, I mean, it sounded like a pretty serious thing that needs dealing with.
Yeah, we probably need to
Apparently not
address
serious
that.
enough. Apparently not serious enough. We just made a 6-day detour.
Listen, if Bax and I don't see Danica at least once every 30 days, we start to get the shakes, okay? So now that we've gotten this taken care of, we can get back to business.
Yep. So you guys are heading back out toward your the castle, where the place where the map shows.
The castle.
Yep, they're in some type of castle or fortress. The Dwerg are. All right.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I thought you meant the map of Brinchander.
No.
Actually, just before we head out, if it's okay with the group, Jadar does need to make a stop at the house of the Morning Lord
Okay.
and do some very early morning prayers.
Okay.
Hey, let's go see
And he
Danica
will-
again before we leave and see how much time it's going to take for her investigations to take on
Yeah, definitely.
Chewinga.
Definitely.
He is also going to donate 50 gold pieces.
Okay. Excellent. So when you stop at Danica's room, the door is locked.
Knock politely.
Vigorously
There
fast.
is a voice from within. I am deep in study. Leave me alone.
We just need to know how long it's going to take.
It'll take as long as it takes.
Okay, we'll check back every day.
It'll
then.
take longer if you keep bothering me.
She's incorrigible.
Oh, Danica.
What a spitfire.
When she gets wrapped up in her studies, she gets,
The way she crinkles her nose when she's pretending to be mad at us. Oh,
now she is.
yeah.
Beginning to get worried.
Yep. So you meet them back at the inn after your morning worship.
Did you guys go see Danica? Is that what you guys went to, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
I'm just
great.
gonna I'm just gonna look at them and casually just like cast a spell magic, hoping to ail them to release them of the spell.
All
Bev
right.
blinks widely, like once, twice, looks as though she's had some kind of breakthrough, and then goes,
Bev turns back to her normal
Cerulean.
color.
"Oh, it
Ooh.
happened!" And then I go,
Oh,
"Cerulean, that's the color of the streak in her hair. That's the color of the streak in her. Oh, it's so amazing. How do you think she does that? Do you think she uses herbs? Do you think she's?
Yep.
This is far worse.
So
than I thought it was.
as you guys are leaving the inn, all of you step out. The streets are not exactly super crowded this morning because it is snowing quite heavily again. But for Bax, Volton, and Bev, as you step out of into the cold morning air and feel the snow swirling around you, you just happen to look across the street and see a familiar figure. But his skin is pale, almost white. Even in the cold, you can see like wisps of cold coming off of him. His hair also has turned a bluish white. And there is a gust of wind and snow flurries that briefly block your vision, and when you look again, he is gone.
Hex, did you see that? Bolton?
So,
Didn't we kill that guy?
We super killed him. Why are there so many friggin' ghosts in this snow?
Are you guys okay? You guys look like you've seen a ghost.
Did
We
you
should
not see
probably
it?
ask Danica what she thinks about this.
You have brought me the most pathetic thing I have seen all day. What?
Untaken.
Why? Okay. What is this obsession with Danica? What did she do
Did you
again?
not meet her?
If we have
Maybe we
to
should go back in and
explain it
reintroduce him to him.
like you either get it or you don't. But if you don't, you're missing out on just
By all
the
Danica
most
is streets
special
ahead.
person. She is streets ahead,
Streets
Jadar.
ahead.
And if you have to ask your shit, it's fine.
Oh my
very well,
goodness.
I shall. It is very clear that I do not get this. I
The
will allow
entire
you.
campaign is just an excuse for Jimmy and I to make community references.
I I will just allow you to live your fantasies. Now, may we
All
please
right.
make our way towards the Durgar? Durgar. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right.
It's not a fantasy, it's just a dream that hasn't come true yet.
All right. So you begin to make your way outside of town. So 2 days pass uneventfully. The weather does take kind of a bad turn once again once you reach the crossroads, but not enough to actually slow you up at all. And you are able to make your way back to Goodmead.
You mean around Goodmead? Because we're not going back.
Yep.
The second I see Goodmead, I turn to Bev and I go, "No, we are not going in there. We're going around."
I'm just saying that maybe if we started a petition, we could overturn the election, and then I'd be in charge.
You do not overturn an election with petitions. You do it with bribes.
Okay, thank you for teaching me this. Will you teach me how to be corrupt?
First of all, I'm offended. Second of all, yes.
Thank you.
I'm offended, but yes.
I think I really need to learn how to be corrupt if I'm going to survive in this environment.
No, my dear, not corrupt. Just a little more bad.
Corrupt.
All
So
right.
we agreed we're going to just go past Goodmead.
Yep.
Yep.
You make it to Dugan's Hole, also uninterrupted by the weather.
This place is even smaller than the last one.
Yes. And yeah, they do not even have an inn here. The one thing you notice as you guys get there is that the old, quote, druid, not really a druid, is standing in the middle of the standing stones doing his communion thing. And he comes down and talks to the people, and apparently it is not the day of the sacrifice because you see him shaking his head.
Well, that's good. I see no reason to tally here. Do you?
They will allow you to stay in the attic of the speaker's house.
Yeah, take that. Saves having to do a night in the tent.
Yep.
Anywhere out of the cold is fine with me.
All right.
Do we feel fairly safe here?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
The biggest risks in this town are largely genetic.
Yep, you do. So you have not encountered them before, but as you're spending the night, you gather that So each 10 day, the villagers sacrifice their warmth to Oral, which means they don't light a fire. Bev has already told you how the entire town gathers in the speaker's house and huddles together.
I see.
To determine which day of the 10 day is the day of sacrifice, Frederick or Tim, he is an old man the oldest man in town, and his first and third cousins are both druids. And so he goes up and meditates at the standing stones, and nature tells him if it's time to make the sacrifice or not. And so sometimes on the first day of the week or the last day of the week, he will go and determine, well, that's the day of sacrifice. And then the next day, being the first day of the next week, he will determine that that day is also the day of sacrifice. So every once in a while, you have 2 days back to back.
This is an extremely Iowa thing.
Yeah, but this day is not the day.
That is good.
The speaker is Edgara Dermot.
Well, I have no desire to speak to any of these people. I'm going to bed.
All right.
I'll thank the speaker for giving us the room.
You'll do what?
Thank the speaker for giving us the room.
No, she is perfectly happy to take in travelers, especially those who have attempted to do something good for their town.
Should we leave our dogs in this town and ask them to put them up and pay them
No.
and go on foot from here?
I mean, how far do we think destination is on foot from here?
Well, if we're having to go into a fort or castle, it might be dangerous for our dogs.
This place is up in the mountains.
Mm-hmm. And we won't be able to sled up in the mountains.
I see your reasoning, and I would.
If we say drop a few bob with the speaker, like 10 gold, ask him to keep hold of the dogs for however long we're gone.
For 10 gold?
That's
Yeah, but
likely to be less than a gold piece a day.
How many days do you think will be gone?
So looking at the map, if
we have to go all the way out to here.
So it is 1 day from Goodmead to Dugan's Hole. So
that's on foot, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it's
And
at
so
least 2
from
days.
there all the way to there, and you've got to go around the lake.
Yeah.
And you're not traveling by road, so travel times are doubled. So you're looking at 4 days there. Then you're climbing up into mountains. Most likely you're going to have to find a pass and come around over here and then backtrack into there.
So we could be gone for a couple weeks.
Yeah, so you're looking at about 16 days probably.
Oh boy. Yeah, I guess we should probably give him more like 20 gold.
We could do 5 gold each, and then
Are you sure we can't take the dogs with us?
not in the mountains, I don't think.
Well, there's a pass right here along the south of him. Is this not a mountain pass right
Here.
right here? Is it not a mountain pass?
Right there is a mountain
Yeah,
pass. Yep, you can go up through there.
So there's no reason why we can't.
But then we have to climb the hill up.
You guys are leaving from Bryn Shander, so there's no reason. Why are you guys even going back to Dugan's Hole?
Oh,
Because
we
if you
should've gone
follow the
straight
10
down.
trails, you can then just walk down that river.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys walked all the way back along the Isway all the way to Dugan's Hole.
All right, guys, gotta turn all the way back around to Bryn Shander.
That's it.
Yes, yes, yes.
we
said
will
hi to your
retcon
brother.
that you guys would have noticed that on the map.
Yes, why don't we go down the 10 trail? Are we leaving our dogs in Bryn Shander?
If we're taking the, will we be able to take the dogs all the way down to the bottom there? We take the path. And the river.
Yes. Yeah, you can take it right to the base. The actual place where the fortress is right there, up in the mountains. But you could take the dogs as far as right there.
My concern is if we leave the dogs there, like, won't they just starve and freeze to death? Or get eaten? Or both?
That's my concern too.
How long will it take us on foot then?
God, like 10 days, almost a month.
So it's about probably 4 days down to the river. Then your travel times is doubled, so that's probably another 6 days over to the actual fortress.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're looking
Barring
at
blizzard.
a 10-day to get to the fortress.
Okay, and it's going to cost us, I think it's 2 silver pieces to have the dogs, like, housed for a day, so at least two 10 days worth of that.
Well, then we got to come back. So you got double that, right?
Yeah.
I'm not
And
particularly. I'm not
it
really.
may be longer than that as well, so.
I'm not really concerned about the cost of keeping the dogs at Bryn Shander. We could just dump a bunch of money in and say, well, we'll cover the tab when we come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make sure everybody's got like a good bit of food on though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So let's do that.
All right.
Excellent.
All right, so you guys get to the river and begin making your way back into the mountains. It's been 4 days. Let me check. Yep, the weather remains as good as it gets for 10 towns for the 4 days. Then you spend a couple of days following along the river. You get about halfway to about here when you hear something. You just get a sense that there is somebody in need of aid nearby. Off generally to the northeast.
How do we get this sense?
Do we like hear anything or do we see something?
You do not see anything. You just feel,
Just feel it.
yep, you feel like there's somebody nearby that is in need of assistance.
My spider senses are tingling.
Well, let's make our way towards there
Sure.
All right.
cautiously.
So you make your way up to the base of the mountain, and there you see, crashed into the side of the mountain, a very strange looking ship. Looks like it almost is shaped in the form of like a squid. And it has crashed in, and there is smoke coming out of a huge rent in the side.
Oh no.
Squid
Neither-
shape, you say?
Neither Jadar or me are prepared for any of what's going to happen. Would I have any inclination as to what type of ship this may be?
No.
Okay. Well, Jadar
Yeah,
is
as you get
compelled-
closer, now that you are close, you now hear in your mind, instead of just this sense that there is something, someone in distress, you are actually hearing a message in your head that says, Nautiloid down, emergency protocols enabled, crew safe but vessel imperiled, psi crystal needed, come at once.
I'm sorry.
And
did
it's
we just hop-
repeating over and over.
Did we just hop into an episode of Star Trek? I'm sorry, Dave. Prime Directive. I can't help. All right. What does the rest of the group think? Do we proceed forward?
Yeah.
Should we help the boat people?
Yeah, I would think so. They might
So
need our help.
this is what you are seeing, that thing in the background that looks like a squid shell with the tentacles.
Yeah, let's go help the weird.
It sucks because like you don't know, but you know, but you don't know. I mean, Jadar is compelled by holy orders to assist the injured and
Yep.
dying.
As you get
So I
closer,
have to go.
an eerie glow betrays the monstrous outline of this stupendous and ominous vessel. It looks like a cephalopod with slimy, ropey tentacles as thick as tree trunks that has tried and failed to bury its immense bulk in the snow.
Jadar's gonna cautiously proceed forward and see if there are any injured.
Two small figures, about just slightly taller than Bax and Bev, come.
Slightly taller, so normal size.
Bax and Bev are halflings,
Yeah, we're like 2.5
and
feet tall.
these are
Oh, I forgot about
just
that.
barely taller than them.
Got it.
Very thin, almost elfin in their proportions. The only thing that is disconcerting about them is their pallid purplish skin and the tentacles that surround their mouths.
And they're in the shell.
They come walking out of that shell.
And seeing them, do I get any inclination of what they might?
They speak to the lot of you.
I am gonna cast tongues.
All right. They're saying, "Thank goodness we are saved."
No, no.
Have you come to help us find the psi crystals? We
Who
sent
are
out
you?
a distress call.
What are you?
We are gnomes. And indeed, the language that they are speaking is gnomish.
Yeah, but do they still look like how you just described them?
Yes. And with that, you see behind them the small, little grub-like creatures.
Hey, Bev, I need your help.
Yep, what can I do for you?
Go make friends.
All right, Bev goes over. Do these creeps? Sorry.
One of the grubs, one of the little
Against
grubs, starts making a squelching and keening noise as you approach, and kind of lunges forward as if to go grab Bev. And one of the two gnomes, quote, kind of smacks it and says, "No, Ren, no, these are not for food. These are friends. These are saviors."
I do not mean to be rude, but I have met many gnomes, and they do not look like you.
Whatever do you mean? I think it is rude to judge somebody by their appearance.
But it is not that. It's just
Do you not agree, Voren? And the other one says, "Well, absolutely, Dredovex. That is just the meanest thing I've ever heard." And looks at Bev. "Your friend is very rude."
I'm so sorry. He's from the south.
Howdy, y'all.
Do these creatures like ring any kinds of bells for Bev or Bax?
Nope.
Since they're kind of otherworldly.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna try to. Oh, Jenna. Sorry, we have someone who misses their mommy. I'm gonna basically just try to like make friends with them somehow. If I could do that as a role as opposed to RPing, so that I can comfort this child, that would be great.
All right.
Don't make friends with it. What are you? What?
Yeah, trying to get some answers, some info.
We are gnomes.
But what about your faces? No.
Again.
Oh my God, Jadar, you can't just ask people why they have tentacles.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. What about the tentacles on your faces? What? If it is a disease, I can cure it.
You didn't say anything about your horns on your head.
Oh no.
No.
Yes.
You're gonna get canceled, Jadar.
What about your horns and those hooves?
If I had tentacles, I would want someone to ask me the question too.
Do you want somebody to cure your hooves?
Absolutely.
And that red
I would
skin?
want real fleet. Whoa. If it
Wow. Jadar, you need to love your hooves. Okay?
I am
Don't
walking.
be a self-hating hoof person.
I am walking in 4 feet of snow in hooves. You have no idea.
Right? Your toes could never get cold, right? Because they're not there.
Ouch.
Hooves have a lot of great qualities. Just gonna put that out there.
We
If
can
I
have
could
this.
have hooves, I would have hooves.
If you had a soul, you would sell it to a unicorn. Oh wait. Anyway,
None taken.
I just I what assistance do you require? Volton, Bax, please tell me what your opinions are on this.
We need someone to find us some psi crystals. We can provide you with a psi crystal detector.
What is what?
Wait,
What
Dave,
was that, Volton?
are these mind flayers?
Yes, they are. They are gnomish ceramorphs. They are gnomes that have been corrupted and turned into mind flayers.
I, this is both. I'm just gonna say now. I'm gonna have nightmares about this. I hate squid. Oh, I hate squid so much. Voltan, what were you saying?
When you cast a spell, do we all understand what they're saying?
Tongues?
No, just he does.
No, just me. Although I'm translating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm inclined to help them.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
we
inclined
could
to
always
kill
use
them.
more friends.
Can I roll an insight check to see if Bev knows that these are mind flayers?
Yes.
'Cause I feel like she doesn't. Even if Bev
Arcana
does,
check.
but for now. Get scales. Look like gnomes to me.
But obviously they're not gnomes. We've all seen gnomes. Gnomes don't have tentacles on their faces.
Okay, here's the deal.
Albeit they're strange gnomes.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not inclined to disagree with someone if they say they're a gnome, they're a gnome.
Mm-hmm.
And Bev calls herself the world's best ship captain, but she's not.
I am. What?
What?
Oh my goodness.
Offense
Are you dissing my
taken.
sister?
No,
Offense
I'm not
taken,
dissing
Jadar.
your sister. In the
Why are you
interest of-
even traveling with this person?
He doesn't seem like he likes us nearly as much as Danica does.
Oh my ever living Asmodeus. If you mention Danica one more time. Alright.
What, you're
What
gonna
is-
Danica away?
I don't see what any of these questions have to do with helping us get a psi crystal.
What is a side crystal?
We can give you a detector that will help you find it.
I don't want to know how to find it. I want to know what it is.
It's what we use to power our ship. Unfortunately, our
How
life
does-
support is only going to remain operational for 24 more hours. Then we will all freeze to death.
Okay, pause.
Even their pupa.
Right.
Okay, but you are nowhere near water.
It flies.
Of course it does.
Maybe they could give us a ride to where we need to go if we help them.
Oh, that's actually a great idea.
The problem that we only have 24 hours for you to find one, and we don't know where they might be.
Well, you need to get it to us quickly.
Okay.
Show us this doohickey of yours then.
They will give you a black metal box the size of a bar of soap. It will click when you're within 5 miles of a psi crystal.
5 miles.
The closer you are, the more rapid the clicks.
I'm assuming it's not clicking right now.
It is not clicking at all.
5 miles, eh?
Yep. Perhaps you could take us to someplace where we can find shelter until you're able to find us a psi crystal.
Why, yes, Bryn Shan there is that way. Jadar points.
We have no means of travel in this weather. We'd surely freeze to death. Would you be kind enough to accompany us? It looks like you have brought suitable shelters and clothing.
Why can you simply not stay in your vessel, contraption, whatever it is?
The- The life support is going to fail in 24 hours without a new psi crystal.
You
And-
have 24 hours for us to find a side crystal, whatever that is.
And if you don't find one within a day, we will all die.
There's only 2 of you.
You would let our children die.
Not
No,
just
God,
the
no,
women,
no,
but
not
the children
children.
too.
When they said our children, they pointed at the little grubbling things.
Oh my God.
Bev lets out an oh.
Look how this is how far 5 Mile. It's from.
Did you draw something?
Yeah.
You don't see my arrow?
I
No.
don't.
Oh.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So that
They-
distance, imagining it circling around.
They say this is our eldest, Ren, and this is Rix, and finally our daughter. This is Zilglard.
Where on the Sword Coast are you from?
We are not from the Sword Coast.
Where are you from?
We generally spend our time flitting around the ethereal plane.
Ah, well, that
Ooh.
solves everything. Not really. All right.
Wait, did you come? Can you leave? Or do you have the ability to leave Icewind Dale?
I didn't understand that.
Do you have the ability to leave Icewind Dale?
If our ship was working,
First, we gotta
I
find this
assume.
crystal.
Is that
Wait,
what
wait,
this
wait, wait,
place is called? Icewind Dale? Is that the plane?
You can get us out of Icewind Dale. You can get me back south.
What is south? Is Icewind Dale the plane that we are on?
You're on
Well-
the material plane.
We'll never make it there and back in a day though. If it's not clicking now,
hmm So we might need to take them with us.
that's farther than our travel would allow.
Like Bev says, we could just take them with us.
Where are
I
you
I'm a
traveling?
talented au pair and could take care of the children.
The last time you were in charge of children, they all got eaten.
It would probably be best that we don't leave them alone with any of you. They're still young and haven't learned to control their impulses yet.
They're gnomish
And-
impulses.
And I'm afraid they will find you too delicious to resist.
Are gnomes carnivorous generally?
Bev, come on. Those may be gnomes. Those things are not gnomes. Pointing at the bugs.
Listen,
I will
I get it.
I will
When
agree
it's not
with
your
you.
kid, they all kind of look like a blob. But to them, I'm sure they think that they're very cute.
I will
and we
have
don't
you
wanna-
know that all tiefling children look immaculate.
Uh,
Actually, hard agree. Hard agree. Yes,
Halflings,
tiefling
on the
babies
other
are
hand,
perfect.
they
Halflings,
yeah,
kind
Voren
of look
will
like a
shoo the
half-baked
children and
potato.
said, "You're supposed to be cleaning up the hold. I don't see much cleaning getting done," and they scurry off.
do they talk?
You do not hear them talk.
All right. Volta and Bev backs. What are we thinking?
I don't know how we can help them. We can't get to the distance.
Is there a city or something nearby that you could escort us to?
Dugan's Hole.
Dugan's Hole.
I'm pretty sure I've seen a couple of people with tentacles at Dugan's Hole, so I don't think that they would feel out of place there.
I mean, quite okay. Let me just get this straight. If you do not find these whatever
Psi
they are,
crystals. We will
Yes, the
freeze to
crystals.
death.
you'll freeze to death. If you go with us, we can keep you warm. Correct?
Where are you going?
We are going to a very warm place in the mountains, known as there. Perhaps you would just
What
follow
are you
us,
intending to do there?
slaughter a bunch of Durgar.
That doesn't sound like a very safe place to take children.
Considering your children eat small creatures,
It could be help.
yeah, it could be dinner.
And the
Well,
Durgar
if you will
have
not
lots
accompany
and
us
lots
to
of
a town, I suppose we have no choice.
These Durgar love rocks. They are
Yeah.
bound
No.
to-
I don't know that we should take them with us if they like eating small creatures. Me and Bev are small.
But if one of us stands on the other's shoulders, then we're medium.
So, very well, we will accompany you. They will, yeah, they will
What if we just give them
go.
torches and oil so they can survive through the night?
That's an option too. And like directions to Dugan's Hole.
Or perhaps if we just give them the supplies, we can meet back with them here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as you guys are discussing that, they had already headed into the interior, and they come out with the children in tow. Both of them now have what looks oddly like a hand crossbow attached to their hips in some kind of a leather sheath, except it doesn't have any bow on it. It's just made out of some type of strange silvery metal.
Ray guns. I'm getting a really weird God, what was that old module called? Oh, I played it like years ago. It was like a 2E module. That had
Oh,
healing
right.
stats. I can visualize it too.
Right.
They had the ray guns in them that I killed.
Yeah,
the
it was
character
like
by
in
accident.
Search of the Unknown or something like that.
Yeah. Search of the Unknown, yeah.
It reminds me of Spelljammer.
Expedition to the Barrier Peaks. That was it.
Expedition to Barrier Peaks. Oh, that was a good one.
Yep.
I know because my character died because he tried to use one of the trancy weapons and I got the worst die roll ever. Not that it's surprising. And he done blew up.
Been there.
Well, Bev, you can act as nursemaid. You love doing
Great.
it.
I do. Again, 5-star nanny.
Add that to your list of accomplishments in life. How old are you, Bev?
I think that there's a generally conceived rule. We don't ask
Voren
people how old they are.
says, that is quite a rude thing to ask a woman. I just cannot believe you.
Voren.
Commenting on people's appearance, now asking a woman her age?
I just simply wish to know how she has achieved so many great things in such a short life.
Oh, a woman can't achieve great things. Is that what you're saying?
Would you be asking the same question to Bax, Jadar? Would you be asking the same question to Bax?
He didn't. He did
didn't.
not.
You haven't questioned one of Bax's accomplishments, like that time he won the hot dog eating contest in Targos, or that time he won the other hot dog eating contest in Kelvin's Cairn.
Anyway, back towards the impending doom at hand.
All right.
Should we just go?
So, with 2 gnomish geomorphs, no, 2 gnomish cephalomorphs.
I was gonna say geomorphs. That's awesome.
Yeah, 2 gnomish cephalomorphs and their squidlings. You all set off toward the mountains of the spine of the world to take on a Dwergar stronghold. And we've only got 15 minutes left, so that is a good place to call it for the evening. With you guys beginning your trek with very strange company.
I gotta say, it's been a very long time since a D&D module has perplexed me and surprised me in equal measure.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully we're back on schedule and we'll be back here at 6 next Saturday for the next session. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Night.
Good night.